You ever have one of those experiences that messes with your head so bad you start questioning everything? Yeah, this is one of those. And I swear, I still don't know what really happened. All I know is that I'll never go back to that place again, ever. Alright, so this happened a couple of years ago. I was in college, and my best friend, Jake, had just inherited this old cabin from his uncle. It was way out in the middle of nowhere. Like, no cell service, nearest neighbor miles away. Total horror movie setup. Of course, we thought it'd be fun to spend the weekend there. Just me, Jake, and our friend Sarah. The drive there was normal. The cabin itself, old but not super creepy at first glance. It smelled like wood and dust, and there were all these old hunting trophies on the walls. Jake told us his uncle used to be a big game hunter, but after his wife passed, he kinda lost it and became a total recluse. The guy had died alone in that cabin, and no one even found him for weeks. That should have been our first red flag. Anyway, we started unpacking, setting up for a chill weekend. That first night, everything was fine. We made a fire, had some drinks, told stupid stories. But then, right around 2 a.m., we started hearing this weird tapping noise from outside. It was slow, rhythmic, like someone was knocking, but really lightly. Jake, being the dumb horror movie character he is, went to check. He shined his flashlight around but saw nothing. We laughed it off. Probably a branch in the wind, right? But then it happened again, and again. Always the same pattern, like tap, tap, pause, tap, tap, tap. Now, Sarah was already freaked out, so we locked the doors and agreed to ignore it. But then we heard something worse. The front porch creaked. Heavy, deliberate steps. I swear, I stopped breathing. We all did. The footsteps moved slowly, circling the cabin. Then came the scratching, this awful, deliberate scraping, like nails dragging across the wood. I wanted to think it was an animal, but the way it moved, it felt calculated. Jake, again being an idiot, grabbed a bat and swung the door open, but there was nothing there. The woods were dead silent. No wind, no crickets, nothing. And I swear, I could feel something watching us. We locked everything up and tried to sleep, but none of us really did. The next morning, we found something messed up. There were footprints, bare footprints, huge, like way too big to be Jake's. And they weren't leading to the cabin. They were leading away from it, like something had been standing at the door just watching us. At that point, we were done. We packed our crap and left so fast, we probably left half our stuff behind. Here's the thing, though. When Jake called his mom later to tell her what happened, she got real quiet. Then she said, "You said those footprints were big?" Jake said, "Yeah." And then she told us something that still freaks me out to this day. His uncle was obsessed with hunting, but not animals. He used to tell people he hunted something else in those woods, something that watched him, something he could never quite catch. And the reason he lived alone, because he was convinced that if he ever let his guard down, it would get him instead. I don't know what was out there that night. I don't want to know. But if Jake's uncle was right, whatever he was hunting is still out there, and it was standing right outside our door. So yeah, moral of the story, don't go to creepy old cabins in the woods. Don't investigate weird noises. And if something's been hunting